That your son?
No, it's my stunt double, Cliff Booth.
So Tarantino showed you guys a lot of movies, right? I understand that to Leo he showed Anyone Can Play.
Much more with Leo. They did a big deep dive into early black and white television, you know, the westerns.
And the actors, right?
Yes,
Ed Byrne, William Smith.
Yes, and the actors at that time. With you? He and I, we watched Billy Jack.
Against the wall. Billy Jack, I'm gonna kill you if it's the last thing I do. I'm gonna gut your bowels out.
And you know, he's got a cinema in his house, and one of the fun moments of preparation is going over for movie time.
And did you stuck with one movie or one TV show that you said?
You know, I felt really comfortable in, you know, the way it was written. I didn't have to do a lot of studying. It was just like the carpet was laid out, you know, in his writing, I think. But we both drew from Tom Laughlin in the early Billy Jack film, just because there was a sense of ease and a strict moral code, you know, a line that you don't cross.
And also, Quentin is part of this generation of the 90s filmmakers, such as David Fincher, the Coen brothers, Darren Aronofsky, and such.
All favorites.
Yeah, their first film, and they continue to do their films. But right now, if a director has his first film or her first film, now they are hired by big studio to do a tentpole movie.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Do you think that America is losing a generation of filmmakers?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's the. I think the question more is how are they getting seen? What I mean by that is there's so much product out there now, which is a great thing. So many people are getting opportunities. Amazing, bold stories are being told. You know, really like pushing the boundaries in a very interesting way. But to be able to land in so much noise, you know, to really be able to punch through is harder than when Quentin shows up with Reservoir Dogs and, you know, completely changes the direction of. I mean, he's at the forefront of independent cinema, you know.
And I have a quote from a friend of you, David Fincher.
My dear, dear friend.
Many people at studios are still fighting the good fight. But if you want to make a studio movies, you stay in their lanes, which are romantic comedy, affliction Oscar bait, spandex summer superhero tentpole, moderately budgeted sequel. Do you think that
He's hilarious.
Do you think that Fight Club or Benjamin Button or even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are less common for big studios to make?
I think Fight Club wouldn't be made in the studio system. In fact, it's pretty amazing it was made then. I'm not sure how we got through with that. Benjamin Button could still be made, but at a cheaper price. Or no, probably at the same. But it's harder and harder. Like, something for this to get made in the studio system is rare, and it was only, I think, because of Tarantino that it was able to do so. More things are having to go through the streaming route, and which is fun and great for us. At the same time, sometimes it gets lost in the shuffle.
All right, what's the matter, partner?
It's official, old buddy. Well, it has been.
In all your successful career, it's hard for me to imagine, but do you have moments of losing hope as an actor?
No, I don't. I had a period I think about 5 years into it, like in the mid-90s, where I just really lost my way, or maybe the late 90s. I had a couple of those periods, and it was always a Fincher movie that saved me. Like, I was really, early 90s, I didn't know, there was too much noise, I didn't know what to do, and then I met Fincher and we did Se7en, and I go, yes, now I feel it.
You lie! You're a fucking liar! Shut up! That's what he wants. He wants you to shoot him. No! No!
And then same thing, maybe I kind of lost my way in the late 90s. And then Fincher came with Fight Club, and I go, oh yeah, this is why I'm here, and this is why we're doing it.
If you could fight any celebrity, who would you fight?
Alive or dead?
Doesn't matter, who'd be tough?
Hemingway. You?
Shatner. I'd fight William Shatner.
But not since then. Since then, I have a real peace that the stories that I'm developing or the people I work with are worthy to go take a risk. All movies are a risk. You don't know how they're going to end up 2 years later. You don't know what's going to happen on set. You don't know if everyone's going to be gelling or if it's just going to be one of those that just isn't working. So, but I just feel a real peace in, you know, we'll give it our best. We'll find quality in it somewhere, and we'll see if the planets align for us. You know, sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't.
Hey, you're Rick Dalton. Don't you forget it.